25 Hollywood stars who were actually jerks in real life, vertical bar you'd never recognize today.
Yep.
Do you know my name, sir?
Don't need to know.
You don't need to know my name?
Not quite yet. I'll get that
really?
information.
Okay.
You won't believe what's behind the smiles of these 25 Hollywood legends. They charmed us on screen, but off camera, they were a far cry from the heroes they played. Uncover the shocking truth about the real-life jerks of Tinseltown who are unrecognizable from the characters we love. Get ready to have your favorite stars taken down a notch. This is not just gossip. It's the raw reality of Hollywood's dark underbelly. Number 1. Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow, once the darling of Hollywood, has become a controversial figure due to her off-screen behavior. Her extreme dietary claims and the launch of her wellness brand, Goop, have faced significant backlash. She has been described by friends as a rich white woman with an eating disorder who turned it into a branding opportunity, which has raised concerns about promoting disordered eating by excluding various food groups from her diet. Paltrow's wellness advice is often seen as detached from the realities of everyday life. Many find her suggestions to be both baffling and elitist. For example, she once claimed that being a celebrity mother is much harder than having a regular job, a statement that sparked outrage for its insensitivity. There are numerous reports of her rudeness, including instances where she allegedly refused to speak to restaurant staff directly or downplayed the challenges faced by everyday workers. Despite these controversies, Paltrow remains unapologetic. "I am who I am. I can't pretend to be somebody who makes $25,000 a year," she stated in an interview, further cementing her image as out of touch with the general public. Her journey reflects the complex relationship between fame, wellness culture, and public perception, showing how one can shift from being America's sweetheart to a figure of disdain while still maintaining relevance in celebrity culture. Number 2. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's behavior outside of his acting roles has given him a notorious reputation in Hollywood, marked by unpredictable actions and public outbursts. He was once the highest-paid actor on TV for his part in 2.5 Men, but his career plummeted after a string of strange events. His well-known diatribes against producer Chuck Lorre, where he referred to him as a turd and made derogatory comments, highlighted his unstable temperament. Sheen proclaimed to have Adonis DNA, boasting that he was winning while descending further into substance abuse and reckless conduct, which distanced him from co-workers and supporters. His self-destructive lifestyle encompassed drug use and rocky relationships, especially with his former wife, Denise Richards, who accused him of physical and verbal mistreatment. Accounts of his unpredictable behavior included his dismissal from 2.5 Men in 2011, resulting in a swift decline that surprised many. Looking back on his tumultuous past, Sheen confessed, "It feels awful. I'm not sure how I created such chaos," during an interview on ITV. Despite efforts to achieve sobriety and several attempts at a comeback, Sheen's professional life continues to be marred by scandal. His narrative serves as a warning about how rapidly fame can vanish due to overindulgence and self-destruction, resulting in a legacy that is both gifted and chaotic. Number 3. Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon, known for her endearing and delightful public persona, experienced a significant blow to this image after her 2013 arrest for disorderly conduct. During a traffic stop involving her husband, she notably questioned the officer.
Yep.
Do you know my name, sir?
Don't need to know.
You don't need to know my name?
Not quite yet. I'll get that
really?
information.
Okay.
This event shattered her previously untarnished public image, revealing an unanticipated aspect of her character. The dashcam video recorded Witherspoon's increasingly defiant behavior as she continually left the vehicle against police instructions, culminating in her arrest. Reflecting on the incident later, she acknowledged, "I was disrespectful to the officer who was just doing his job. The words I used that night definitely do not reflect who I am." Despite this misstep, many fans hope it was an isolated event rather than indicative of her genuine character. The arrest underscored the often dramatic discrepancy between a celebrity's public persona and private actions, serving as a cautionary tale that even admired individuals can have bad days. Witherspoon has since made significant efforts to restore her reputation through charitable work and personal development following the incident. It remains a defining moment in her career, a minor hiccup that fans hope she has learned valuable lessons from. Number 4. Jesse James. Jesse James, once renowned as a motorcycle entrepreneur and TV star, became infamous for his scandalous off-screen actions, especially during his marriage to Sandra Bullock. His label as a jerk is primarily due to a string of public affairs that destroyed their marriage. While Bullock was working on The Blind Side, James had multiple affairs, including a high-profile relationship with tattoo model Michelle "Bombshell" McGee. The news broke in the tabloids, leaving Bullock heartbroken and causing her to leave almost immediately after hearing the truth from her publicist. James later confessed in an interview, "I cheated on my wife, guess what? So do millions of other men," minimizing the gravity of his actions. His engagement to Kat Von D ended suddenly after another infidelity incident, further cementing his reputation as untrustworthy and disrespectful. The public backlash against James was substantial. He faced widespread condemnation not only for his infidelity, but also for the distress it caused Bullock, who bounced back by adopting a son and regaining her autonomy. In contrast, James's apologies often seemed insincere as he grappled with personal issues and anger management problems, which he later admitted in interviews. This contrast between personal shortcomings and public image underscores the deep impact of infidelity on both the one who betrays and the one who is betrayed. Number 5. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball, the iconic star of I Love Lucy, enchanted viewers with her comedic wit and endearing charm, creating characters that connected with a vast audience. Yet, away from the cameras, her conduct sometimes presented a contrasting image. It's been reported that she could be quite unkind, particularly to those she considered beneath her. A prominent event involved a flight where she declined to converse directly with a flight attendant, instead using her assistant to communicate, infamously saying, "I'm sorry, Miss Ball doesn't speak to the help," a statement that clashed greatly with her on-screen character. Ball's reputation for being challenging wasn't limited to service staff. She was said to have disapproved of her son, Daisy Jr. Wub's relationship with Patty Duke, causing distress for both young people involved. This protectiveness over her family's name showed her ambition to uphold a flawless public image, but led to a complicated legacy marked by personal disputes. While many admired her comedic genius, those who worked closely with Ball often portrayed her as demanding and overpowering. Richard Burton once described in his diaries that she was a monster of staggering charmlessness, emphasizing the gap between her public and private personas. Did Lucille Ball's behavior towards Desi Jr. and Patty Duke's relationship cross a line? Comment with a yes if you think so, or no if you think she was just being protective. Number 6. Edward Norton. Edward Norton, renowned for his diverse roles in films such as American History X and Fight Club, has been a divisive presence in Hollywood. While his on-screen portrayals often depict intricate and commendable characters, his off-screen conduct has led to a reputation as a challenging collaborator. Whispers of unprofessionalism have haunted his career, with accounts suggesting that he can be excessively perfectionistic to the point of arrogance. A significant event was his role as Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk. Marvel Studios decided against re-engaging him for The Avengers, citing a deficiency in collaborative spirit as the cause for their separation. Kevin Feige remarked, "We are seeking an actor who reflects the creativity and collaborative spirit of our other gifted cast members," which was interpreted as an indirect critique of Norton's on-set demeanor. Moreover, Norton encountered criticism for supposedly claiming undue credit for the screenplay of Frida, diminishing the contributions of other writers. Such actions have left fans disheartened and prompted inquiries into his genuine character, hinting at a disparity between his artistic skill and personal conduct. Despite these disputes, Norton has endeavored to restore his public image, recognizing that fame is very corrosive and stressing the significance of collaboration in filmmaking. However, the narrative surrounding him remains convoluted, with instances of incivility and arrogance frequently eclipsing his creative accomplishments. Number 7. Patrick Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey, famous for his portrayal of the endearing Dr. Derek McDreamy Shepherd on Grey's Anatomy, has developed a contrasting image away from the camera. While viewers cherished his character's romantic imperfections and heroic instances, Stories from the show's set paint a more somber picture of the actor's temperament. Claims have emerged that Dempsey intimidated his fellow actors, with former executive producer James D. Parriott revealing that some cast members suffered PTSD as a result of his actions. As conflicts intensified, Shonda Rhimes, the series creator, threatened to depart if Dempsey stayed, culminating in his character's tragic end in season 11. Rhimes' strict policy against such behavior highlighted a stark contrast between Dempsey's on-screen allure and his off-screen conduct. Particular events underscore this concerning behavior. Co-stars allegedly became exasperated with Dempsey's complaints about long working hours, despite many enduring longer days than him. Rhimes personally observed these tantrums, which led to her choice to protect the show's atmosphere over Dempsey's fame. Looking back on his contentious time on the show, Dempsey commented, "Maintaining a demanding schedule for 11 years is tough, but you must be appreciative." However, this appreciation appears to be overshadowed by the turmoil he allegedly caused on set, complicating the cherished image of McDreamy and leaving a lasting effect on his professional and public standing. Number 8. Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, celebrated for her delightful performances in movies such as Pretty Woman, has frequently enchanted viewers with her on-screen magnetism. However, beneath the surface of fame exists a more intricate story. Accounts from various film sets, especially during the production of Hook in 1991, disclose a more volatile aspect of the actress's personality. It is said that her conduct resulted in crew members referring to her as Tinker Hell, a nickname that mirrors her supposedly challenging interactions. Director Steven Spielberg himself stated, "It was not a great time for Julia and I to be working together," suggesting the discord that marred their partnership. Roberts' off-screen challenges were further intensified by a very public split from Kiefer Sutherland, which occurred during filming. This personal upheaval reportedly impacted her concentration and relationships on set, leading to conflicts with co-workers like Nick Nolte and even igniting rumors of tension with stars such as Hugh Grant and Meryl Streep. Her sibling Eric Roberts has also openly discussed Julia's inflated ego and its impact on their relationship, further muddying the public's view of her character. These stories depict an actress whose celebrity status does not insulate her from personal imperfections or challenging conduct. As Roberts herself acknowledged, she can sometimes appear really harsh, although she maintains it is never her intention to cause harm. Number 9. Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones is recognized for his tough on-screen characters, and his off-camera demeanor aligns with this image. Often labeled as distant and argumentative, Jones tends to shun interactions with fans and journalists, gaining a reputation for being hard to deal with. He's well known for his resistance to signing autographs or participating in interviews, often abruptly ending discussions if they become too personal. A notorious event happened during the production of Batman Forever, where his aversion to co-star Jim Carrey became widely known. After an uncomfortable meeting at a restaurant, Carrey shared that Jones told him, "I hate you, I really don't like you, I cannot sanction your buffoonery." This frank critique underscores Jones's inclination towards a serious approach to acting, which is in stark contrast to Carrey's comedic style. Jones's no-nonsense attitude adds depth to his public image. He prioritizes sincerity in his work, even if it means causing friction with peers. Accounts of his brusque interactions extend beyond Carrey. He has been portrayed as disdainful towards crew members and fans, solidifying the idea that his on-screen roles might mirror his actual personality. Number 10. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence, a prominent figure in Hollywood, has developed a reputation that significantly diverges from her girl-next-door image. Despite her widespread recognition, she has faced scrutiny, especially concerning her off-screen actions. It's been suggested that she can be unkind to fans, an issue she herself has conceded to. In an interview, Lawrence admitted, "Yeah, I was difficult," recognizing instances where her frustration resulted in unkindness towards others. Her conduct sparks intricate debates about the balance between personal boundaries and fan entitlement. While some interpret her candor as a defense mechanism against the demands of fame, others see it as excessively harsh. Events such as disregarding fans or making culturally insensitive comments have intensified this perception, creating a public persona that conflicts with her approachable allure. Regardless of her talent and achievements, these actions have ignited conversations about her character. Critics contend that success has not enhanced her public image. On the contrary, it has underscored the challenges of managing fame and interpersonal relationships. On a scale of 0 to 5, how much do you think Jennifer Lawrence's candor about being difficult excuses her behavior? Share your rating in the comments. Number 11, Spike Lee. Spike Lee, the renowned filmmaker and writer, is as recognized for his innovative movies as he is for his controversial off-screen conduct. While his creative prowess is indisputable, anecdotes indicate that his dealings with fans and other celebrities can be rather unfriendly. For example, during a university talk, Lee unexpectedly concluded the session 40 minutes early because he felt the audience was asking too many questions. These occurrences have contributed to a reputation for being abrupt that often eclipses his artistic accomplishments. Lee's demeanor has resulted in several accounts of difficult encounters in public arenas. His well-known response at the 2019 Oscars, where he openly showed displeasure when Green Book won Best Picture, is a case in point.
No, I thought it was courtside at the Garden. The ref made a bad call.
Voicing his discontent with what he views as ingrained prejudices in Hollywood. Despite his recognitions, including an Oscar, Lee's actions prompt contemplation about the intricacies of public figures. His narrative serves as a cautionary tale that skill does not necessarily equate to politeness or affability. Even those under the spotlight can grapple with maintaining professionalism and composure, revealing a significant gap between their public image and private conduct. This dichotomy affects how audiences view their contributions to the arts and culture. Number 12, William Shatner. William Shatner, famed for his role as Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek, has been a subject of both reverence and dispute. His depiction of the valiant captain is in stark contrast to his off-screen character, which many have labeled as challenging or even jerk-like. Shatner's standing was significantly impacted by his non-attendance at Leonard Nimoy's funeral, causing disillusionment among devotees and igniting conversations about his values and relationships within the entertainment sphere. This absence highlighted a perceived detachment that has become a hallmark of his dealings with co-workers. George Takei, who portrayed Sulu, has been especially outspoken about Shatner's conduct, describing him as a tempestuous presence who frequently dominated others on set by cutting their dialogues and exerting authority over scenes. His appearance at the Comedy Central roast further exposed a facet of him that was markedly different from the cherished Kirk, as he endured a series of unflattering remarks that laid bare his imperfections.
May I suggest to you, Charlie?
Shatner himself commented on this duality, saying, "Don't you think it's a little weird? It's like a sickness," alluding to the persistent criticism from former colleagues. Despite his enduring fame, these insights into his private life present a less appealing aspect, demonstrating how public figures can be considerably more intricate than the roles they embody. Number 13, Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland, celebrated for his intense performance as Jack Bauer in 24, has become a divisive figure away from the camera, entangled in controversy and personal battles. Despite his clear skill, Sutherland's label as a difficult actor is attributed to a history of disruptive events, often tied to alcohol consumption. Accounts of his unpredictable conduct have been widespread for years, with Freddie Prinze Jr. notably dubbing him the most unprofessional dude in the world. During their tenure on 24, Prinze Jr. depicted his experience as so distressing that it nearly prompted him to leave the industry, asserting, "I hated every moment of working with Sutherland." Sutherland's private life has been marked by instability, characterized by several DUI arrests and instances of public intoxication. His reliance on alcohol has resulted in humiliating situations, such as being ejected from venues for aggressive conduct and requiring a handler to oversee his interactions while under the influence. In an open reflection, Sutherland recognized the repercussions of his drinking habits, confessing, "Almost every bad thing that has ever happened to me was a result of drinking." This admission underscores the intricacies of fame and the darker aspects of achievement. Number 14, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, a legend celebrated for his timeless appearance and audacious stunts, has consistently enthralled audiences with his acting skills. However, his conduct away from the camera has garnered him a label as a challenging individual in Hollywood. During his union with Katie Holmes, there were indications that he enforced rigid regulations on her life, causing considerable tension in their relationship. Holmes ultimately separated herself and their daughter from both Cruise and Scientology, a movement he fervently endorses. This estrangement led to restricted contact between Cruise and his daughter, further reinforcing views of him as domineering and inflexible. Cruise's contentious actions have included public outbursts that many considered discourteous or haughty. Memorably, his notorious 2005 interview with Matt Lauer displayed a combative attitude as he rejected psychiatry, asserting there is no such thing as a chemical imbalance. These statements attracted extensive criticism, including from actress Brooke Shields, who described his comments as irresponsible and hazardous for mothers dealing with postpartum depression. Despite efforts to rebrand his image post-divorce, such as curtailing public discourse about Scientology, the examination surrounding him stays severe. As Cruise himself declared, "I am absolutely, uncompromisingly dedicated to assisting others through Scientology," a dedication that many interpret as oppressive. Number 15, Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase, renowned for his comedic talent in films such as National Lampoon's Vacation, has ironically developed a reputation as a challenging and frequently harsh individual away from the camera. His likable on-screen characters are in stark contrast to the experiences of co-workers who have found him difficult to collaborate with. Chase's time on Saturday Night Live was troubled by disputes, including an almost physical confrontation with Bill Murray, which was triggered by Chase's derogatory comments about Murray's looks. These occurrences labeled him as the office jerk, as per those familiar with the situation. This trend persisted on the set of Community, where he allegedly made offensive remarks to co-stars, including Donald Glover, saying, "People think you're funnier because you're black." Glover later commented, "I can't help him if he's floundering." Chase's disregard for criticism is clear in his own statements. "I don't give a damn. I am who I am." This nonchalance does little to repair the harm inflicted on his reputation. His crude humor and disrespectful actions towards female colleagues have dimmed the fond memories of his legendary roles, underscoring the entertainment industry's propensity to conceal genuine character behind a facade of celebrity. Number 16, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres, once applauded for her wit and warmth on her television show, has experienced a significant change in public opinion. Behind-the-scenes accounts depict a contrasting scenario, with accusations of a hostile work environment where staff felt bullied and disrespected. Employees allege that DeGeneres mistreated them, particularly when she found their jokes unsatisfactory, fostering an atmosphere of intimidation rather than the compassion she advocated publicly. Comedian Kathy Griffin has characterized DeGeneres' purported unkindness as an open secret in Hollywood, implying that her conduct was not an isolated event, but part of a wider pattern. A former worker recounted that DeGeneres would select one team member each day to target with mean behavior, instilling a sense of apprehension among her staff. This conduct is in stark contrast to her roots in stand-up comedy, where she established her career on connection and humor. In a recent comedy special, DeGeneres addressed her plummeting reputation, joking, "I got kicked out of show business for being mean," and recognizing the gap between her public image and private conduct. These disclosures question the portrayal of DeGeneres as a universally adored personality and serve as a reminder that even those who appear benevolent can have less admirable realities. Like this video? Great. Subscribe for more. Hate it? Well, a like would be nice anyway, and let me know what went wrong in the comments. Number 17, Milton Berle. Milton Berle, frequently referred to as Mr. Television, garnered an infamous off-screen reputation characterized by conceit and contentious conduct. His moniker, the Thief of Bad Gags, originated from various accusations of joke pilfering, with numerous comedians regularly charging him with stealing their content. This notoriety reached a peak during a public encounter with RuPaul at the 1993 MTV Video Music Awards, where their palpably tense exchange underscored the discord between them. Berle's tumultuous actions also manifested during his guest hosting role on Saturday Night Live in 1979. Producer Lorne Michaels depicted the ordeal as akin to observing a comedy train wreck in slow motion. Berle's inclination to commandeer rehearsals frequently resulted in conflicts with the cast, most notably overshadowing Gilda Radner during a skit. His conduct was so disruptive that Michaels prohibited him from appearing on future shows, concerned that he might sully the program's standing. In spite of these disputes, Berle's influence on comedy is indisputable. He once remarked, "God, I wish I'd said that, and don't fret, I will," signaling his recognition of his reputation, yet seemingly reveling in it. His narrative functions as a cautionary account concerning the risks of unbridled ambition and intellectual property theft within the entertainment sphere. Number 18. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, the legendary figure of silent cinema known for his playful on-screen character as the Tramp, had a contrasting off-screen demeanor. Celebrated for his meticulous attention to detail, Chaplin's stringent demands often resulted in strained relationships with his crew. It's documented that he would dismiss those who did not adhere to his high expectations following arduous shooting sessions that sometimes reached into the hundreds of takes. For example, the opening scene of City Lights required 342 takes over the course of 5 days, exemplifying his unyielding quest for perfection. Chaplin's personal life was also filled with controversy. He was married on 4 occasions, typically to significantly younger women, including his first 2 wives, who were aged 16 and 17 at the time of their marriages. His union with 18-year-old Una O'Neill at the age of 54 attracted public scrutiny and familial disapproval. Despite a seemingly contented marriage with Una, accusations of exploitative actions and infidelity tarnished his image. Chaplin's haughtiness was not confined to the film set. He was reputed to be condescending and impolite to both peers and admirers. During a press conference for Monsieur Verdoux, he encountered criticism for transitioning from humor to political discourse, prompting one journalist to declare, "You've ceased being a good comedian." This volatile mix of creative brilliance and personal conflict ultimately formed Chaplin's intricate legacy in Hollywood. Number 19. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, the dashing star of Hollywood's golden age, was as infamous off-screen as he was acclaimed on. His life, filled with daring adventures on film, was plagued by scandal and dispute. Charles Hyam's 1980 biography, Errol Flynn, The Untold Story, ignited controversy with suggestions of bisexuality and Nazi sympathies, accusations that were subsequently discredited. However, the actor's standing was severely damaged due to his entanglement in 3 statutory rape trials in 1942. Despite being acquitted, these events cast him as a cad in the public's view. Flynn's indulgent lifestyle, marked by heavy drinking and numerous romantic affairs, took a toll on his well-being. He frequently arrived late to filming, often intoxicated, resulting in conflicts with co-workers. Bette Davis, who acted alongside him on several occasions, publicly criticized him, saying he himself openly said, "I don't know really anything about acting, and I admire his honesty because he's absolutely right." As he aged, Flynn's once handsome appearance deteriorated, reflecting his personal turmoil. By the time of his demise at 50 from a heart attack, his physical state was akin to that of an 85-year-old. His narrative serves as a warning about the perilous side of fame and the private battles that can accompany it. Flynn himself once commented on his tumultuous existence, "I never deny myself anything," a statement that captured both his charm and his undoing. Number 20. Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby, the cherished singer and performer, created a persona of charm and warmth that enchanted audiences. However, his son Gary's exposé biography, Going My Own Way, 1983, unveiled a dramatically different truth. Gary depicted a rigid upbringing characterized by severe discipline, including corporal punishment with a studded leather belt. He detailed how even trivial infractions resulted in collective chastisement for him and his siblings, painting a picture of a home where fear often eclipsed love. The discipline reportedly reached extreme levels. Housekeepers were said to have used drowning treatments in the bathtub as punishment. This bleak depiction starkly contrasts with Crosby's public image as a devoted family man. Moreover, his tense relationship with co-star Bob Hope, who openly confessed to disliking him, added complexity to Crosby's reputation as a challenging individual in Hollywood. Crosby's off-screen conduct frequently displayed arrogance and incivility. He was known to dismiss crew members early during recording sessions, leaving them uncompensated for their full shift. His unease with fame was evident in his aversion to admiration, once stating, "I get anxious if they start clustering around me." Ultimately, the tragic deaths of two of his children battling depression cast a long shadow over the Crosby legacy, uncovering the concealed darkness beneath his meticulously crafted image. Number 21. Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly, renowned for his exceptional dancing skills and on-screen magnetism, often encountered criticism for his off-screen conduct, which some characterized as challenging or even jerk-like. Despite his legendary status, controversies have marred his legacy. Accounts suggest that Kelly's demanding nature on set earned him a label as a cruel taskmaster. Debbie Reynolds, who co-starred with him in Singin' in the Rain, recounted in her memoir Unsinkable that he was severe and judgmental, causing her to feel inadequate. She depicted the exhausting rehearsals, saying, "I was crying under the piano, my feet were killing me." Kelly's pursuit of perfection allegedly left her bruised and drained after extended practice sessions. Adding to the complexity of his image were serious allegations about his purported links to the Provisional Irish Republican Army, IRA, in the 1970s. Whispers spread that he clandestinely met with IRA leader Cathal Goulding and contributed funds for weapons. While Kelly's widow refuted these accusations, insisting he detested violence and lacked the wealth to make such contributions, the rumors persisted, adding another layer of intricacy to his public persona. Number 22. John Wayne. John Wayne, the iconic Hollywood figure known for his roles in Western films, has been a divisive personality. Away from the camera, his conduct and vocal ultra-conservative opinions have given him a label as a jerk. Initially holding liberal views, Wayne's political stance changed radically, leading to his endorsement of Barry Goldwater in the 1964 presidential election, largely due to Goldwater's stance against the Civil Rights Act. In a scandalous 1971 interview with Playboy, Wayne shockingly declared, "I believe in white supremacy until the blacks are educated to a point of responsibility," exposing profoundly racist sentiments. He also questioned the preparedness of black people for political leadership and criticized homosexuality, describing films like Midnight Cowboy as perverted. These opinions not only appalled audiences but also sparked ongoing discussions about his legacy. Wayne's demeanor at public events further damaged his reputation. At the 1973 Oscars, he allegedly tried to charge onto the stage to confront Sachin Littlefeather, who was there to decline Marlon Brando's award on behalf of Native Americans. This event demonstrated his intolerance and hostility toward opposing viewpoints. As conversations about cancel culture and controversial artists persist, Wayne's heritage remains a matter of debate. Some film students now refuse to watch his films, and there are calls to remove his name from an Orange County airport, underscoring the challenges of reconciling an artist's work with their personal convictions. Number 23. Bette Davis. Bette Davis, the iconic actress celebrated for her intense on-screen demeanor, was just as strong-willed off-screen. Her label as a difficult character often arose from her steadfast dedication to her work and her intolerance for any form of disrespect. Producer William Fry described an event where director Herschel Daugherty accidentally bumped her finger, leading Davis to deliver a scathing rebuke that emptied half the restaurant. Astonishingly, she then resumed her meal as though nothing had occurred. Davis's commitment was clear in her thorough preparation. She was known for refreshing her signature eyes between shots. However, during the production of Mr. Skeffington, someone tampered with her eyewash, prompting director Vincent Sherman to jest that the entire cast and crew might admit to desiring to cause her harm. Her notorious rivalry with Joan Crawford during Whatever Happened to Baby Jane became part of Hollywood folklore, illustrating the fierce competition that marked her professional life. Davis once stated, "When a man voices his opinion, he's respected. When a woman voices hers, she's labeled a bitch," underscoring the gender biases she confronted in a male-dominated field. Number 24, Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford, a symbol of Hollywood known for her elegant image and intense determination, lived a life filled with drama and disputes. Away from the camera, her conduct often labeled her as challenging or even a jerk. Her professional rivalry with Bette Davis became infamous. During the production of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, their enmity was evident. Crawford allegedly hindered Davis's performance by wearing weights to make it more difficult for Davis to pull her across the set, demonstrating a level of ruthlessness that surprised even experienced filmmakers. Crawford's unstable personal life added another layer to her story. Her adopted daughter, Christina's memoir, Mommy Dearest, depicted Crawford as an abusive and unstable mother. Christina described incidents of violence and extreme cleanliness, stating that her mother once screamed while scrubbing the floors on her hands and knees. Although some of Crawford's other children defended her reputation, the book severely damaged her image and ignited intense discussions about her parenting methods. Moreover, there were persistent rumors about Crawford's affairs and questionable adoption practices, indicating that her ambition extended beyond acting into her personal life. A statement from Crawford herself summarizes this ambition. "I'm a perfectionist," a philosophy that often manifested as demanding behavior towards co-workers and staff. This intricate blend of ambition, rivalry, and personal issues ultimately formed the multifaceted tale of Joan Crawford's life. All right, iconic inside crew. After exploring the real-life stories of these 25 Hollywood stars, we're reminded that behind the glamour, everyone's human with their own set of struggles. A key takeaway: fame isn't a shield against personal flaws, it's a humbling reminder to keep our feet on the ground. What other lessons do you think we can learn from these tales of triumph and turmoil? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. For more behind-the-scenes scoops, let's keep this conversation popping. Top 20 celebrities who stay out of the spotlight.
Like I've spoke about, I don't like being famous, and it's coming out of nowhere after so long, I know, makes it more of a big deal.
You won't believe which Hollywood A-listers turned their backs on fame. From heartthrobs to music legends, these stars chose privacy over the spotlight. Get ready to be shocked as we reveal the top celebrities who vanished from the limelight. This is the story behind the stars who said no to fame. Sia. Sia, an Australian singer-songwriter known for her emotive voice and heartfelt lyrics, has made a distinctive mark in the music industry by intentionally avoiding the limelight. She first gained fame with her song Breathe Me from 6 Feet Under, but the attention became too much for her. Sia then opted to write songs for other artists, such as Rihanna and David Guetta, while dealing with the stress of being in the public eye. In 2014, she returned with her hit Chandelier, but this time she hid her face behind a large blonde wig. This was not just a publicity stunt, it represented her wish to maintain control over her image and keep her identity private. As she once said, "If anyone besides famous people knew what it was like to be a famous person, they would never want to be famous." Sia cherishes the ability to live an ordinary life, enjoying simple pleasures like shopping without being noticed. Her preference for privacy is rooted in a deep discomfort with fame, which was worsened by past mental health and addiction issues. She has referred to fame as a disease, highlighting her desire to focus on creating art rather than being in the public eye. Even with her low-profile approach, Sia continues to produce music that deeply connects with her audience, showing that an artist can be successful while managing fame on their own terms. Her story illustrates a deep understanding of balance, self-care, and authenticity in a society fixated on celebrity culture. Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, the famous actress recognized for her roles in Pretty Woman and Erin Brockovich, has deliberately distanced herself from the constant attention of Hollywood over the last 15 years. Although she continues to work in her career, her focus on privacy and family has become more important. "It's just never consumed me, being an actor," she said in a recent interview. "It is my dream come true, but it is not my only dream come true." Roberts has built a life that puts her family first, living discreetly with her husband, Danny Moder, a cameraman, and their 3 children in various private homes, including a Malibu beach house and a peaceful farm in New Mexico. Their relationship is mostly free from paparazzi interference, allowing them to enjoy a peaceful life away from Hollywood events. Her marriage to Moder since 2002, after a short-lived marriage to Lyle Lovett, is based on shared values of privacy and spending time with family. "The life that I've built with my husband, that's the best stuff," she said, highlighting the happiness of going home to her family after work. Roberts' choice to step back from fame shows a strong desire for balance and well-being amidst the pressures of being a celebrity. As she thinks about leaving acting completely, she finds satisfaction in quieter activities, spending time at home or traveling with her family, far from the chaos of Hollywood. Many admire her for finding serenity away from the demands of fame. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, a celebrated actor recognized for his powerful performances, has consistently opted to stay away from the Hollywood limelight. His choice is driven by a need for equilibrium and privacy, giving precedence to family and personal well-being over the relentless demands of fame. Washington favors a tight-knit group of friends outside the entertainment industry and avoids networking events. He once said, "I never wanted to be famous. I wanted to be good at what I do," highlighting that his emphasis has been on his work rather than public acclaim. This outlook has let him sustain a distinguished career without relying on Hollywood's social scene. His dedication to family is clear in significant moments, like when he took his family to the 2016 Golden Globes to celebrate receiving the Cecil B. DeMille Award. In his acceptance speech, he thanked his loved ones, saying,
"I want to thank my mother and for convincing my father that we needed more than 25-watt bulbs. He thought that."
This commitment illustrates how Washington places time with family and close friends above everything else. Even as one of the most recognized actors globally, he stays private and shields his personal life. His decision to step back from constant public exposure shows that skill and commitment can be more impactful than fame. While some may question his withdrawal from the spotlight, Washington's actions reveal a deep understanding of what truly matters: family, faith, and personal satisfaction. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, the legendary actor famous for his roles as Han Solo and Indiana Jones, has always had a complicated relationship with fame. Even with his massive success, Ford has often expressed a wish to stay humble, saying, "The loss of anonymity is something that nobody can prepare you for. To this day, I'm not all that happy about it." This feeling shows his struggle with Hollywood's pressures and the star status he doesn't relate to. Before becoming famous, Ford worked as a carpenter, which kept him connected to his origins. His journey from carpenter to superstar was challenging. The fame from his major roles brought unwanted attention. Known for being very private, Ford prefers spending time at his Wyoming ranch of 800 acres, enjoying hobbies like flying planes and spending time with his grandchildren. Ford deliberately stayed away from Hollywood's social scene, choosing a life away from big events. This decision shows his dedication to personal well-being and family over celebrity lifestyle. He has proven that it's possible to be a huge star while staying humble, reminding us that fame doesn't have to change who you are. While some media have speculated about his withdrawal from public life, Ford remains focused on living genuinely. His choice to step back shows a deep understanding of balance and privacy, letting him live life on his own terms. How important is anonymity to you? Comment with 0 inches if you think fame is everything, or 9 inches if you value your anonymity, like Harrison Ford. Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean, the mysterious R&B singer-songwriter, has always chosen to stay out of the public eye, letting his music speak louder than his image. Famous for his emotionally honest and personal songs, Ocean first got attention with a heartfelt letter on Tumblr, where he came out before releasing his first album, Channel Orange. This act of openness set the stage for a career that values honesty over popularity. Ocean's choice to step away from the spotlight comes from a need for personal well-being and family bonds. He famously took 4 years to release his next album, Blonde, with fans speculating about his location. His rare public appearances and interviews show a deliberate choice to avoid Hollywood's pressures. As he once said, "Work hard in silence, let your success be your noise," showing his belief that music should stand on its own. This withdrawal has not only shaped his identity, but also changed expectations in the music industry. Ocean represents a new kind of artist who values artistic integrity over commercial success. His absence from mainstream media has led to mixed feelings. While some fans want more visibility, many appreciate the depth and sincerity in his music. In the end, Frank Ocean shows that staying true to oneself can deeply connect with audiences, proving that balance and privacy can go hand in hand with artistic expression. As he continues on this path, fans wonder if and when he will return to the public eye. Adele. Adele, the British singer-songwriter famous for her strong voice and emotionally intense music, has decided to stay away from the public eye for very personal reasons. Even though she shares her life experiences through her lyrics, she keeps her private life private and values her privacy highly. "When I have nothing to say, I'd rather just not talk," she has said, showing that she wants to choose her words carefully and make them meaningful. For Adele, fame is a double-edged sword. She has honestly said that she is more scared of fame than anything else, using the tragic story of artists like Amy Winehouse as a warning about how fame can get out of hand. In her own words,
Like I spoke about, I don't like being famous, you know, and it's coming out of nowhere after so long, I know, makes it more of a big deal.
this unease has made her focus on family life with her partner and their child over Hollywood's constant demands. Her choice to step back from the public eye has been deliberate. After releasing her praised album 30, Adele said she would step away from the spotlight again, saying, "I will not see you for an incredibly long time." This decision shows that achieving huge success doesn't mean you have to constantly promote yourself. Instead, Adele's journey shows that true happiness comes from maintaining balance and taking care of personal well-being in the midst of fame's chaos. Daft Punk. Daft Punk, the legendary electronic music duo, has always fascinated fans with their mysterious image, marked by robotic helmets and a strong dedication to anonymity. Active since 1993, they have released only 4 studio albums, but their impact on the music scene is significant. Their true identities are still a secret, letting listeners concentrate only on their music, not the people behind it. In a world fixated on celebrity culture, Daft Punk's choice to hide their faces is a powerful message. Thomas Bangalter expressed this idea, saying, "We didn't understand why it should be obligatory to be on the covers of magazines as yourself." This belief shows a wish to separate their personal lives from their art and challenge the media's focus on celebrity status. Their rare live performances, possibly due to Bangalter's reported tinnitus, further highlight their love for privacy. The duo's mystery is carefully created. They work with different artists while keeping an intentional distance from fame. Their decision to step back from fame deeply resonates in an age where personal lives are often exposed for public view. This withdrawal has received mixed responses. While some fans miss their presence, many appreciate the duo's focus on art over celebrity. As Bangalter noted, anonymity was crucial during the existence of these characters, showing how their choice let them create a unique bond with listeners. In the end, Daft Punk remains a lasting example that, in a fame-obsessed world, less can indeed be more. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, the cherished actor recognized for his range and nice guy image, has decided to keep a low profile even with his massive fame. Unlike his friendly on-screen persona, Hanks sees himself as quite introverted, linking this shyness to a childhood filled with frequent relocations and feelings of loneliness. In an open Rolling Stone interview, he shared, "I was a geek, a spaz. I was horribly, painfully, terribly shy." Hanks likes quiet moments and deep conversations over big events. He often lets his work represent him, avoiding unnecessary self-promotion. This choice comes from wanting balance in his life, putting family and personal well-being before Hollywood's constant demands. He once said, "I love what I do for a living, but you have to survive an awful lot of attention that you don't truly deserve." Important moments in Hanks's career show his step back from the spotlight. He famously hosted Saturday Night Live from home during the pandemic, highlighting his preference for privacy. Public reactions to his low profile have been mostly respectful. Fans admire that even one of Hollywood's biggest stars values personal space. In the end, Hanks shows how real talent can stand out without constant media attention. His choice to step back serves as a reminder that even the most outgoing people can value their privacy, showing a deep understanding of what truly matters in life. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, a celebrated comedian recognized for his keen humor and insightful social commentary, made waves when he left Chappelle's show in 2004 at the height of its success. Choosing to forgo a staggering $50 million contract, Chappelle put his well-being before fame, saying, "If I had taken that money and finished the show, I would have got the money, but I might never have been the same." Feeling stressed by Hollywood's pressures and disenchanted with how the industry treated black performers, Chappelle went to a farmhouse in Yellow Springs, Ohio. He aimed to dodge the constant attention and media harassment that came with being famous. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, he talked about his unease with the industry's structure, noting that white people own everything, and expressing sadness over the lack of spaces for black artists to freely express themselves. Chappelle's choice to step back from the spotlight wasn't just about shunning fame, it was a strong dedication to personal values and mental health. He took long breaks from public life to refocus, showing a wish for balance in chaos. His absence led to speculation about his mental health, but he stayed firm in his decision. Even though he stepped back, Chappelle has kept doing stand-up comedy on his terms, discussing key social issues while choosing quality over quantity in his work. His journey shows that true happiness often lies beyond material success. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis, the mysterious three-time Oscar winner, has always been praised for his exceptional commitment to acting. Known for his intense method acting, he becomes so deeply involved in his roles that he often becomes unrecognizable both on and off the screen. However, Day-Lewis's choice to step back from the Hollywood limelight reflects a deep focus on personal well-being and family life. After his last film, Phantom Thread, in 2017, Day-Lewis announced his retirement, saying, "The urge to walk away took hold of me, transforming into a necessity." This decision was not just a response to Hollywood's pressures, but a deliberate move towards a quieter life with his wife, filmmaker Rebecca Miller, in Ireland. He vanishes completely from public life when not working, letting his performances represent him instead of engaging in self-promotion. His rare public appearances, like attending the National Board of Review Awards, show a man who values privacy over fame. Day-Lewis follows a philosophy where life comes first, thinking that the core of his characters is based on real experiences. While some wonder about a possible return to acting, his son's directorial debut has sparked rumors. Day-Lewis remains an artist who represents the idea of prioritizing craft over celebrity. His absence from the Hollywood social scene has attracted both admiration and curiosity, cementing his legacy as an artist dedicated to authenticity and balance in life. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, a name linked to both big-budget films and a mysterious persona, has taken an unconventional route in Hollywood. Known for his modest lifestyle and love for privacy, he often shuns the flashiness and allure that usually come with stardom. In a world where many crave constant attention through public appearances, Reeves has created a different story. His choice to step back from the spotlight comes from a wish for personal well-being and family values. "I'm a pretty private person," he once said, showing his desire to keep his life away from the media's chaos. This decision has let him concentrate on meaningful relationships instead of giving in to Hollywood's constant demands. Key moments highlight his retreat from fame. Notably, after turning down a $12 million offer for Speed 2, he chose to work on projects that personally resonated with him, like touring with his band and acting in indie films. His readiness to take pay cuts to support co-stars like Gene Hackman shows his dedication to teamwork over self-interest. The public has mostly reacted with admiration. Fans value his sincerity in an industry filled with superficiality. Reeves' absence from social media and the Hollywood scene has made him a symbol of humility and kindness, qualities that deeply connect with many. As he continues to manage his career, it's unclear if he will fully return to the spotlight. For now, Keanu Reeves represents a balance between fame and privacy, reminding us that true happiness often lies beyond the limelight. Would you take a pay cut for a project you believe in? Type yes or no in the comments below if you think you'd make the same choice as Keanu Reeves. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman, a giant in the film industry, decided to step away from the public eye after an impressive career that lasted over 5 decades. His final film appearance was in 2004's Welcome to Mooseport, and since then he has embraced a quieter life centered on writing novels and spending time with his family. Reflecting on his retirement, Hackman said, "I haven't held a press conference to announce retirement, but yes, I'm not going to act any longer." The choice to retire was influenced by both personal and health-related reasons. After undergoing a stress test that showed concerning heart issues, he realized that the pressures of Hollywood were no longer manageable. The straw that broke the camel's back was actually a stress test, he explained, highlighting the impact that the industry had on his well-being. Hackman's retreat from fame let him focus on family life and personal health. He now lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico, with his wife Betsy Arakawa, where he enjoys cycling and gardening, activities that bring him peace and satisfaction. The public's reaction to his withdrawal has been mostly respectful. Fans understand his need for privacy after years in the spotlight. While there have been hints about a possible return to acting, Hackman seems content with his current path. "I like the loneliness of writing, actually. It's similar in some ways to acting, but it's more private," he shared. This choice shows a deep desire for balance and serenity in his life after decades of public scrutiny. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, once the face of a generation as Spider-Man, has opted for a path away from the intense spotlight of Hollywood. After his iconic role, Maguire largely stepped back from acting, focusing instead on producing and nurturing his family life. This decision came from a desire for balance and personal well-being amid the relentless pressures of fame. In an interview, Maguire reflected on his journey, saying, "I don't equate real-world popularity with doing a good job on set." His reluctance to engage in the popularity game in Hollywood has often led to misunderstandings about his character. After the mixed reception of Spider-Man 3, he faced both typecasting and a growing dissatisfaction with the industry's demands. This led to his choice to prioritize family and personal happiness over career ambitions. Key moments of his retreat include stepping back after Spider-Man 3 and focusing on independent projects through his production company, Material Pictures. The media's reaction was mixed. While some speculated about his fading star power, others respected his choice for privacy. Maguire's return in Spider-Man: No Way Home reignited interest in his career, hinting at a potential future in film. However, he remains cautious about fully re-entering the limelight. As he approaches 50, Maguire's journey reflects a profound understanding of self-worth beyond fame, a testament to his commitment to family and personal fulfillment over Hollywood's relentless chase for stardom. Jack Gleason. Jack Gleason, famous for his role as the hated King Joffrey Baratheon in Game of Thrones, made a surprising decision to step away from the spotlight. After his character's violent end in the series, Gleason thought about his journey and chose to focus on personal well-being and academic pursuits over Hollywood fame. In an open talk at University College Dublin, he said, "It really came down to just not deriving as much enjoyment as I did from acting as I used to." This feeling shows his struggle. What started as a joyful childhood passion became a routine job that took away his excitement. The pressures of fame and the public's intense reactions to his villainous role contributed to his decision to step back from acting. Gleason's choice has received mixed reactions. While some fans were disappointed, others respected his wish for privacy and balance. He mentioned that during his rise to fame, social outings with friends became difficult because of constant attention, turning casual gatherings into photo opportunities. This realization made him value simpler moments over the glamour of celebrity life. Though he hasn't completely left acting, recently appearing in the thriller In the Land of Saints and Sinners, Gleason's focus is still on academia and personal fulfillment. As he moves into this new chapter, he continues to embrace a life away from Hollywood's relentless scrutiny, showing a deep commitment to self-care and authenticity. Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons, the adored fitness expert known for his lively workouts and colorful personality, has not appeared in public since 2014, causing widespread concern about his well-being. The choice to step back from the spotlight was not sudden. It was a slow decision influenced by personal struggles and health issues. A double knee replacement surgery, which he postponed, left him in pain and unable to keep up his active lifestyle, leading to severe depression. Simmons' representative mentioned, "We were turning down stuff for years and just kind of quieting down." This intentional withdrawal let him focus on his family and personal well-being over the pressures of Hollywood fame. Friends worried that he was being controlled by those around him, causing more rumors about his safety. In a rare public statement in 2022, Simmons thanked fans for their support, saying, "Thank you, everyone, for your kindness and love." This message showed his wish for privacy instead of a return to fame. The media's reaction has been a mix of concern and curiosity, with many fans hoping for his comeback while respecting his need for solitude. In the end, Simmons' choice to step away highlights a desire for balance and peace in a life once dominated by public scrutiny. While he remains out of the limelight, his legacy as a fitness icon endures, reminding us that even celebrities seek moments of quiet reflection away from the chaos of fame. If you like this video, please donate me $2. I will reward the staff who made this interesting video. Doris Day. Doris Day, a legendary figure of Hollywood's golden age, decided to step away from the spotlight in the early 1970s, finding comfort at her California ranch. After a successful career spanning almost 5 decades, she longed for a quieter life, putting her well-being and love for animals before the relentless pressures of fame. Reflecting on her choice, Day said, "I really loved being there, but then I started to notice that it was changing. I really wasn't happy about that at all. Wasn't the town I knew." This feeling showed her unhappiness with Hollywood's changing landscape, which she felt had become unrecognizable. The move from classic films to more provocative content left her disenchanted. She famously turned down roles that went against her values, including a chance to play Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate. In 1973, after finishing The Doris Day Show, she largely stepped back from acting. Instead, she devoted herself to animal welfare, starting the Doris Day Animal Foundation in 1978. Her friend Bob Bashara said she wanted to work with animals and do that in a more private setting. The public's reaction to her retreat was mixed. While many praised her choice for privacy, some mourned the loss of her presence in films. Despite occasional questions about a comeback, Day showed no interest in returning to Hollywood. "I haven't thought much about it, you never know about me." In the end, her decision shows a deep desire for balance and fulfillment beyond the glamour of fame. Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett, the mysterious co-founder of Pink Floyd, opted for a life away from the public eye, finding comfort in the simplicity of everyday life. After his rapid rise to fame, Barrett became increasingly disenchanted with the music industry. He found his own mind so absorbing that he didn't want to be distracted. His sister, Rosemary Breen, recalled, highlighting the reason for his withdrawal from public life. After leaving Pink Floyd in 1968, Barrett tried a solo career, but soon realized that fame came with unbearable pressures. He recorded 2 albums, but felt dissatisfied and disconnected from the commercial music scene. By 1972, he had completely withdrawn, moving back to Cambridge to live with his mother. Here, he took up painting and gardening, activities that offered a therapeutic escape from the chaos of celebrity. Barrett's decision to step away was not just about rejecting fame, it was a deep focus on personal well-being and family. He expressed a need for balance, saying in an interview, "I need to prove myself right," suggesting an internal struggle for identity beyond his rock star image. The media's response to Barrett's reclusiveness was mixed. While some respected his choice, others mourned the loss of a brilliant talent. Despite occasional public interest and attempts to reconnect with his past, Barrett remained steadfast in his commitment to privacy until his passing in 2006. His life serves as a poignant reminder of the toll that fame can take and the importance of choosing peace over public admiration. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes, once a cherished child star, has decided to step away from the spotlight, focusing on her mental health and personal well-being over the pressures of Hollywood. After a rapid rise to fame through shows like The Amanda Show and movies such as Easy A, Bynes faced significant personal struggles, including substance abuse and legal issues. In 2010, she announced her retirement from acting via Twitter, saying simply, "I don't love acting anymore, so I've stopped doing it." A decision that showed her growing dissatisfaction with the industry. Bynes' retreat from fame was marked by a desire for balance and privacy. After a public breakdown in 2013, she entered a conservatorship that lasted until 2022, during which she focused on recovery and rebuilding her life. "My life is my family and not my job," she once shared, emphasizing her need for stability away from the constant scrutiny of fame. Despite the media's fascination with her past, Bynes has remained largely out of the public eye. Her decision has drawn both empathy and concern from fans who remember her as a vibrant young talent. Some speculate about a potential return to acting. However, Bynes has expressed a cautious approach to re-entering the industry. As she continues to prioritize her health and relationships, Amanda Bynes illustrates the profound impact of stepping back from fame, a choice rooted in self-care and personal growth. Halle Berry. Halle Berry, a legendary figure in Hollywood, has opted for a path that often steers clear of the relentless spotlight of fame. While she continues to work, her preference for a low-profile lifestyle shows a deep dedication to personal well-being and family. Berry has openly discussed the pressures of Hollywood, saying, "I've learned that less is more," highlighting her wish for balance in life as she navigates her 50s. Berry's step back from the public eye has been deliberate, especially after difficult times in her personal life. After her separation from Olivier Martinez, she took a 3-year break from dating to reconnect with herself, engaging in therapy and self-reflection. This time off allowed her to redefine what she wanted in relationships, demonstrating her focus on mental health over the chaos of celebrity culture. Key moments of withdrawal include her decision to step back during the pandemic, concentrating on motherhood and personal projects rather than red carpets and premieres. This choice has nurtured a sense of peace and clarity in her life. Despite public curiosity about her absence, reactions have largely been supportive, with fans respecting her need for privacy. Looking ahead, Berry continues to embrace opportunities that align with her values, but remains cautious about how much she shares with the world. Her journey reflects a deep understanding that true fulfillment often lies beyond the glitz of fame, as she seeks to build a meaningful existence away from the media frenzy. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo, a legendary figure of early Hollywood, decided to retire at the young age of 36, a choice that surprised fans and industry professionals. Known for her captivating performances and mysterious presence, Garbo famously kept her distance from the limelight, saying, "I never said, 'I want to be alone.' I only said, 'I want to be let alone.' There is all the difference." This feeling showed her wish for privacy amidst the relentless pressures of fame. Garbo's withdrawal came from a deep dissatisfaction with Hollywood's demands. After her last film, Two-Faced Woman, failed in 1941, she felt disillusioned with the industry that once admired her. She told biographer Sven Broman, "I was tired of Hollywood. I did not like my work. There were many days when I had to force myself to go to the studio." Her growing discontent led her to prioritize personal well-being over public praise. In the years that followed, Garbo embraced a life of solitude, avoiding public appearances and media attention. She found comfort in art collecting and traveling, often thinking about her native Sweden. Her choice got mixed reactions. While some lamented the loss of her cinematic presence, others respected her search for balance and peace. Despite many offers to return to film, Garbo stayed firm in her decision. Her legacy lives on not just in her films, but in her brave stand against the relentless tide of celebrity culture. In stepping away, she created a life defined by independence rather than fame. And in exploring the lives of these 20 celebrities who've chosen to step away from the spotlight, we've seen a common thread: the pursuit of authenticity and personal well-being over fame. Their stories remind us that success isn't measured by constant visibility, but by living a life true to oneself. So, what's the lesson here? It's about finding balance and valuing what truly matters to you. Now, we want to hear from you. Which celebrity's decision resonates with you the most? And who would you love to see make a comeback? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Iconic Inside, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's keep the conversation going.